Everybody, it's DB. All right, we're doing another. How is this set doing in a year? We got a couple more coming up. Hopefully, gonna continue it. Anyway, Generations. My favorite set, modern wise. It's got wicked sweet cards. It's got 115 total. There's the Radiant Collection, and that is added in. That's Radiant Collection's kind of where all of like the real value is, I guess you could say. Although Charizard for this did pretty good. So last year I did exactly 1 year ago. Could be over here. I did a video of all of the market values, all the PSA prices for eBay recently sold, packs and all that other stuff. Yeah, I sit down and I look it all up. It's fun. So this set was released February 22nd, 2016. I believe this is the 20th anniversary. A single pack last year sold for $45.99. A single pack this year, or very recently, sold for $50. So that did go up. I was actually a little sad with some of these prices. It looks like, I don't know if it's the recession or the drop in economic whatevers that is the reason why everything went down, or if it's just that this set kind of got played a little. We'll see. For a mythical collection box, there's a couple of them. There's Mew, Keldeo, Manaphy. What are the other ones? There's a couple of them. Sold for $90 last year. Recently, one sold for $94.99. So $5 increase. Red Blue Collection sold for $250 last year. This year sold for $290, so $40. So that's not bad. Super Premium Collection last year sold for $514. I can't remember what's in these, to be honest with you. This might have the little figurine and the what is it? Playmat. I believe is what's actually in there, and it's like 10 or more packs, which is pretty cool. One recently sold for $453, so that's like 70 something or ish dollars, but it just had $20 with shipping, so I guess 50 or so dollars less. An ETB last year sold for $680. An ETB this year sold for $600, so $80 less. Before I get into the actual like EXs and stuff, I just want to say, if you do like this kind of content, please at the very least give this a thumbs up and possibly think about subscribing, but a thumbs up always helps, so that would be awesome. I'm going to continue. All right, Charizard EX, very nice looking card. That had a market last year of $18.76, and this year it has a market of $20.26. So an increase, not much, but it's an increase. Last year it had a pop of 146. Currently it is now sitting at 177, so 30-ish or so cards. So more 10s, 30 more 10s in about a year. 9 last year sold for $44. A 9 this year sold for $51.99. Not bad. A 10 last year sold for $300. And a 10 this year sold for $217.50. Still not bad. It's a regular EX, nothing special with it. It looks nice. I do like it. It reminds me of Flashfire. Some Flashfire artwork. Or is it the same? Is it? No, I don't think so. Blastoise. Everybody's second favorite. Venusaur always gets kind of the short end of the stick. But Blastoise EX had a market value of $7.16 last year. This year it went down $2. So it's got a market now of $5.27. Last year it had a pop of 56. It currently is sitting at 66. So 10 more 10s in 1 year. Last year a 9 sold for $18.50. And this year a 9 sold for $22.50. A little bit of an increase. Last year, a 10 sold for $103.76, and this year, a 10 sold for $75. $75 for 10 for, I mean, it's 2016, so it's not that old of a set. I think it's pretty good, $75. Let's see what we got. We got Venusaur EX. I think this is actually my least favorite of the... No, you know what? I wasn't a huge fan of the Blastoise artwork. So Venusaur EX, it had a market of $6.80. It now sits at $3.74, so it almost got halved value-wise. It had a pop of 33, and it currently has a pop of 48, so it's gained a little bit. A 9 last year sold for $12.50, and a 9 this year sold for exactly $4 more, so $16.50. There was no 10 that was sold last year, but this year a 10 sold for $36. And that I feel a little left, personally. What we got next? Oh, the big hitter. Mega Charizard EX. Nice looking card. I've pulled 2. I actually do have a Generations opening coming up soon. Just because I want that promo from Mew, and it's a mythical box. So that should be coming up soon for this channel. Alright, so Mega Charizard, that's the most graded of all of the cards. I'm not even gonna go with that. We didn't do market. So market last year was $59.18. And this year it dropped a couple bucks, $56.99. The pop was very high. So it had a pop of 374 last year. This year it's gone up almost 100, so now it's 458. So they're out there for sure, and they do sell pretty well. So a 9 last year sold for $189.99. I did sell one of mine. And then this year it sold for $90 less. So it sold for 100 even. A 10 last year sold for $380, and this year it was just the best offer of $685.35. I did write the person that did get it to see what they actually got out of it, but as of before this video came out, they never responded. So I like to know what it actually sold for instead of just saying, oh, it was best offer. But it was. That's the last one that was sold was best offer. And you would think with it, I mean, there's almost 500. There's a little over 450 out there, so you would think that they'd be sold here and there, but I personally wouldn't sell any of my good cards right now, how the market is. I guess unless you're really hurting for cash, but I don't know. I have trouble parting with some of my cards. Alright, Mega Blastoise EX. I do like the artwork on this. I like the whole Japanese lettering. I don't remember what Blastoise says. I don't remember what any of them say. Fiery Lizard, maybe? I don't remember. But they all have those big Japanese words across the... And then I believe for the Japanese version, they have the English over, which is cool. It's very cool. So Mega Blastoise EX, it had a market of $11.89. Now it's $10.32, so it hasn't really moved too much. It had a pop of 81, and it's gone up, 19? Because it's now got a pop of 100. My math could be awful. My math is awful, so I could be wrong on very quick math, just in my head. Just forewarning. So a 9 last year sold for $60, and a 9 this year sold for $37. So that kind of took a hit. Last year, a 10 sold for $99.99, and this year, a 10 sold for $185. So that definitely went up. So the 9 took a hit, but the 10 went up. So that's always good. Mega Venusaur EX at the time had a market of $7.88. Currently, about the same, so $7.96. I use TCG for all my pricing, just forewarning, and eBay for all sales, which, yeah, you should be able to tell since it's already in the little corner. It had a pop of 89, and now it's running at 129, so that one went up substantially. A 9 sold for $18.50. That might have actually been mine now that I think about it. And a 9 this year sold for $24.99. I love this set. I've opened quite a bit of it. A 10 last year sold for $81.01, and this year it sold for $98. So the Megas are doing pretty good. I think all in all, the set kind of flatlined, or it kind of stayed the same. Some cards went up, some cards dropped. Unfortunately, when I first started doing this, I didn't do all the EXs. Like, there was Golem, Ninetales, and Meowstic, and there was a couple others that I just never put in the... I know when I started doing later sets, I put everything in. So there are some EXs and stuff that are missing, and there's no Radiant Collection. That gets its own video. All right, now on to some of my favorites for this set, Articuno and Zapdos. So Articuno had a market value of $14.82. That one went down a little bit. Market of $11.50 now. It had a pop of 77, and it's currently now sitting at 91, so gained a few. A 9 last year sold for $60, and a 9 this year sold for $31. So just a hair over half. Last year, a 10 sold for $132.50, which I think's not bad. I think that's a decent price for one of these, the full Articuno. And this year was the best offer of $200, so probably right around there. Zapdos. I don't know why, because this is kind of very basic artwork, but I really like this card. Stupidly, I pulled 2 of them and sold them for loose on eBay, because, well, to open more stuff on this channel. So Zapdos had a market of $18.67. It dropped about $8. So it's got a current market of $10.41. It had a pop of 55. It now has a pop of 68. So it went up, what, 13? And a 9 sold for $64.99. And a 9 this year sold for $17.50. Yeah. So quite a heavy drop, about $50. For a 9, that's substantial. That's a big drop. A 10 last year sold for $155.55, and this year sold for $162.50, so that did go up. This is a card I want a 9 in. I would definitely pay $17.50 for a 9. I collect 9s. Also, if I pull one, I will get it graded instead of selling it. I think Vaporeon. So there's a couple of the evolutions coming up. Vaporeon's probably my favorite out of all the evolutions, besides maybe Umbreon. And Vaporeon we're going to start with. So Vaporeon EX had a market of $14.28. It's currently sitting at $9.43. $9.43. It had a pop of 69, and it's now got a pop of 85. A 9 last year sold for $56, and a 9 this year sold for $44, so not much of a difference. 10 last year sold for $130, and this year I couldn't find them. It's a gorgeous card. I would like to own this one. All Radiant collections, like Flareon. I had Flareon at 10, and I sold that, but that's Radiant collection. We'll get into that. Probably the next talk video, actually. All right, Jolteon EX has had a market of $15.66 and is now sitting at $11.78. Had a pop of 97. Now it's got a pop of 119. There was no 9s last year that was sold, but there was a 10. So last year a 10 sold for $171.71, and this year sold for $135 even. Not bad. Leafeon EX had a market of $14.34 and currently has a market of $13.76. It had a pop of 78, and this one actually jumped up quite a bit. Had a pop of, I guess it's typical, what, 24? Something like that. Had a pop of 78, and it has a pop of 102. A 9 last year sold for $47, and a 9 this year sold for $35. 35 for 9's not bad. I'll go with that. There was no 10 last year, but a 10 this year sold for $69. I think that might be a little low. Well, it's Leafeon. I still think. Everybody use their own judgment. And then, for some reason, I really wanted to throw this card in. Probably because it's awesome looking. I mean, look at it. I don't remember which side I'm going to use, but yeah, it's there. Gengar. Gorgeous card. I pulled quite a few of them. I still have them. I haven't pulled the trigger on getting them graded yet. I thought I already did, but I guess I didn't because I don't have it. But so Gengar, just a regular holo. It had a market of $6.22. It now has a market of $5.67. It had a pop of 4. It's over double now. So now it's got a pop of 9. PSA 9 last year sold for $40. A PSA 9 this year, the reverse, not the holo. The holo last year was the holo. This year's the reverse. $55. So $55 for a regular reverse rare. I mean, yeah, it was 2016, but Anyway, if you like these kinds of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and such, and see ya.